What should we read tonight, little one? Should we have the same faithful tale? The great realization served us well and never seems to fail. Hey, what's wrong, little sister?
I don't want to say.
Tell me what I did.
No, you can go away. You want good things to happen, but in real life, they never do. Why'd you tell me bedtime stories when you know they won't come true?
Okay. I have a different story tonight before you sleep. It's one I don't tell very often, of the little doubts that creep. I don't know if you ever saw a doubt. In fact, I doubt you did. They're shape-shifting little shadows, and they're more than often hid. They've been around as long as we have, or at least that's what we think. They fester on the fringes and wait for when we're on the brink. Once, in a world we don't remember, but with people just the same, there's a place that's been forgotten so long I can't recall its name. But the land was farmed and fruitful, and the meadows made you smile. The riverbanks were full of flowers where you could sit and rest a while. And the family that farmed them, they were just like you and me. Each day they had their tasks to do, each to their responsibility. And in the evenings they'd have sword fights with the sticks that lined the ground. Then they'd sit and guzzle berries that would ripen and be found. And beside a crackling fire they would tell each other tales. Sometimes stories that were hopeful, and sometimes dark or strange. They looked out for one another, and since they all lived off the land, though the summers bore such bounty, the winters must be planned. But one such wicked winter, there was another plan in store. The icy winds blew colder and for longer than before. The cold earth hugged itself tighter so no horse could pull the plough. They knew they had to sow seeds soon, but none knew when or how. As each day passed, their smiles grew fainter, and the laughter lost its way. There wasn't energy for sword fights with the skies so cold and grey. And as they huddled round the fire, you could hardly hear a peep. And for the first time you'd see flashes of the little doubts that creep. You could hear them on the whirling winds that whistled through the farm. You could feel them in your stomach, or brush the goosebumps of your arm. You'd hear them giggling in the corners in the darkness of the night. They're the wobble in the voice that claims that things will be all right. Soon conversation started changing to a tone of fear and woe. They wondered, what if nothing ever grows again in our fields of frost and snow? And the little doubts got larger, until they no longer hid in holes. They now lived out amongst them, and they slipped into their souls. They could impersonate so perfectly, but there were different words they'd use. And as their grip grew ever tighter, they began to act as they would choose. As the family neared breaking, they were oh so nearly done. Because you see, little doubts can multiply, until the farm was overrun. But something miraculous happened. It's why this story can be read. The smallest one, about your age, got up, and this is what she said. She said, "Can't you see what's happening? Can't you see what we've become? No winter winds or frosty fields would make me forget the sun. I know good times are coming back. I know the sun will rise. I know the hard earth soon will soften and plants will bloom before our eyes. I know this can't be forever, so why would we pretend that there's ever been a winter that didn't one day end? There will be colour in the meadows, and the river will unfreeze. But if we're to move beyond this moment, then these fiendish doubts must leave. We need hopeful stories more than ever. We should tell them till we're blue. We should tell them till we look outside and see that they've come true."
What happened to the family? Was she right, the little kid?
The next day, they woke up early and slowly stepped outside. They thought they must be dreaming as each amongst them rubbed their eyes. For now a new world was waiting on the other side of their door. But the sounds, the smells, the colours, they were so much brighter than before. And the doubts that wreaked such havoc, they were now nowhere to be seen, and the fear they'd brought forth with them felt so much just like a dream. Sometimes the world seems scary, and even grown-ups aren't immune, so we depend on you to remind us that things will all be better soon. Little doubts will always be there, even when banished to the deep, but they're nothing to a heart that's feeling hopefulness in heaps. So remember, little sister, take courage with you when you sleep, for tomorrow we might all need it for the little doubts that creep.
Hunger!
You die in the sweat of your blood! Ha! Ha!
You'll pay!
You'll pay for the destruction of the world, you monster!
You won't leave this planet without death! Hunger!
I was just trying to relive the best bits of my day. Cheers.